All right. Another edition of what's been happening in this month for the Billboard 500 Breakthrough program. It's been a busy month for me, I won't lie. I've had a huge gig, a great opportunity. I was hired to play at the Montreal Casino this month. 36 songs, no band practice. So I took a lot of time to prep for that. Aced the gig naturally. When you prep for it, you're ready for it. You walk up on stage and you do your thing. I also threw an event with some friends to raise some money for my Armenian community so we can send back to Armenia. That was also a huge success. I had to learn Armenian songs for the first time and perform them live. So that was a huge challenge. We've also had a big month in the Breakthrough program. Unfortunately, I missed this month's camp where a bunch of my peers, my colleagues got together and they wrote a song together within a few days online. That really, really bummed me out. I was so looking forward to it, but so be it. I'll have to be there on the next one. I'll have to work my calendar better. And this actually brings me to one of my points. It's such a big juggling act to be able to live your life, do what you do, go to work, handle your responsibilities, but at the same time, to commit to going back to quote unquote school. And as an adult, and someone who works full time, and someone who works in the music industry, I mix live bands, I'm a sound engineer. Sometimes I have long days, 10, 12, 14, sometimes 16-hour days. And this is quite standard. So having to juggle and finding the time to show up to my classes, which are all done online, by the way, through Zoom, I haven't been able to. So I've had to keep watching the replays, which I'm very thankful are uploaded right away so I can keep up with all the knowledge that's been passed around for the whole month, for that class, or however you want to. So that's been a little bit of a challenge for me, I won't lie. On a positive note, there has been a lot of support through the community about, me having to take some time to prep for this gig because we're all musicians here and we all want to perform live. It's not just in the studio that you want to make your name. So sometimes you do have to take time to practice and get your stuff ready and, go out there and do your thing. So I appreciate the major support that I received from my peers, from my mentors. Thank you very much. What else? So much knowledge is being passed around. So much, like mixing tips, songwriting tips, um, different modes in music, right? The Lydian, the Mixolydian, and all those. So there's so much knowledge that's being shared, and it's like you're drinking from a garden hose. All this knowledge is just flying at you, and you're just trying to capture as much of it as possible. And it does take some time for you to digest it all, for you to start being able to integrate it all on the fly. I had a studio session today, right here in my studio, and I tried to incorporate some of these techniques. And I myself right away felt like, even though I knew the knowledge, it's harder to implement it into a flow when you're not practicing it, right? Practice and preparation is key. There's no such thing as luck because luck is when you're prepared when the opportunity arises. So you got to prep for it. So, like I said, all the new knowledge that I learned, I still have to dabble with it so I can be fully fluent with it and first nature in a sense to, all right, this trick right here, I've learned this, oh, this one fits, boom, pull it out, we're good to go. you know. So it's that whole process to just practicing it. Songwriting just on its own, man, it's such an art form. You know, when you listen to a song, and all the songs that I learned from my gig say, they're all top 40 legendary songs, you know, that have stood the test of time. And so when you're sitting down, you're breaking them down, you're learning all the chords, you're like, oh, the verse is this chords, pre-chorus, chorus, next song. Oh, wait a second. It's kind of the same formula. 3, 4 songs in. Oh, wait, you'll see they're only using 4 chords. But it's how they're using the 4 chords. It's the dynamics in the drums that's coming in. What are the vocals doing in the background? All of a sudden, there's an extra instrument added that's holding the keys down. Longer notes, shorter notes, all these. So it's music is so rich, and there's so much to learn, and it takes time to implement it all at the same time. And just like right now, where I'm trying to find my words, there's so much information rushing through your head. So it's very important for all of us to take the time to digest it all. And I'm absolutely speaking for myself too. So then when we get into these big rooms, into the studio sessions that we've been dying to get into, that we're ready. It's so I know I repeated it twice, 3 times, but I can't repeat it enough. It's absolutely important for us to be ready, and for us not just to be surprised, to be able to rise up to the occasion and take the bull by its horns, per se, and steer. So, in a nutshell, this has been my month, holding on to the seat of my pants, and just, you know, trying to keep up with everything. I'm very thankful and very lucky, yes, to have this community and all these opportunities that are coming up, but it's also because I show up, and we have to keep showing up. You can't let good be the obstacle to great. Just because you achieved one, that doesn't mean that you stop there. It's, you know, it's a slow rise, but once you start rising, you better keep going, because you will reach the top. Catch you on the next month.